Hey News Visionaries, I'm so excited to talk to you. I'm Kayla Farris, and I was sitting in your seats not even a year ago. I just graduated from Howard University in spring of 2025. I'm currently a weekend anchor and a multimedia journalist at the NBC affiliate and Next Star station in Dayton, Ohio, which is market 64 out of like 200 and something. And this is a job that I got right out of college. Honestly, while I was still in college, I was taking this class starting in January. I interviewed for this position in February and I got my offer letter in March. So if this is something that you're serious about and you have the grit to get through the class and do it well, you will reap the rewards, but it all starts with you. The people that you meet in this class and at Howard in general are the people who you're going to be working with for the rest of your career. These are the people that you're going to need to lean on. These are the people that you're going to call up when you need some advice. So it's so important to make connections. It's so important to take this seriously. And you guys got this. I can't wait to see the work that you produce. Let me know if you need anything. My line is always open.
Hi everyone, my name is Skyler Winston. I'm a spring 2025 Howard University graduate from the School of Communications, and I was in the fall 2024 Capstone NewsVision course. And now currently I am at Columbia University pursuing my master's in journalism. My capstone cohort was the Skillful 7, where we covered the 2024 presidential election and much more. We shot, wrote, edited, and produced everything, and we just won an NABJ for Best Undergraduate Newscast.
Producer, WHUT, Howard University, Washington, D.C.
Now, to a closer look at election 2024 and how Vice President Kamala Harris made history as the first woman of color to lead the ticket of a major party.
She became the Democrats' nominee after President Biden bowed out of the race in late July.
In Capstone, my advice is to prepare yourself to learn it all. First tip is to be a sponge. Really dedicate yourself to learning the material because it will pay off in the end, especially if you want to go into TV after graduation. My second tip is do the extra credit. This is my biggest piece of advice. If Professor Thomas reaches out with an opportunity to cover something, just say yes. You'll probably be busy, tired, and maybe even overwhelmed, but do it anyway. You'll learn a lot, and it'll be great for your grade. Last tip, be collaborative. Really embrace the process when you're filming your newscasts. Do your part. A great team makes for a better show.
Hi News Visionaries, my name is Trinity Kinslow. I am a 2025 graduate of Howard University and a member of the 2024 NewsVision class, the Exceptional 20. As you guys embark on this journey, I just want to give you some advice. I know this class will be difficult, it will challenge you, but it will challenge you in all the ways that you hope to be challenged as a young journalist. Since graduating from Howard, I've been working as a news assistant at the DC CNN Bureau, and my time in NewsVision really prepared me for coming in to help all these great producers and writers and anchors putting on the shows that millions of people watch every single day. NewsVision is truly a class that pours as much into you as you do it. During my time in NewsVision and even after, I was able to produce award-winning work, cover such great stories, and even travel all the way to the DNC and report there. The work is hard, but is so fulfilling, especially if you pour your heart into it and you commit yourself to truth and excellence. Remember to lean on each other during this time in this class. Me and my cohorts still check in on each other. We talk to each other all the time. I promise you, as you continue to develop as a journalist, you'll continue running into the same faces. So make sure that you lean on each other, help each other however you can, and just continue to push yourselves as you embark on this next semester.
Hi News Visionaries, my name is Juan Benn Jr. I am a December 2024 graduate, and during my last semester of school, I was in your very shoes as a news visionary and with Professor Thomas. Today I am covering crime in courts and just all things in the DMV for the Washington Post. And I want to commend you all for taking this class because I got some of my very best journalism training from Professor Thomas. By the end of this course, you are going to think about news in a different way. You're going to think about yourself in a different way, not only as a reporter, but outside of that. But you'll also be leaving with a very valuable set of skills in the news industry right now, which is how to be a multimedia journalist. You know, I might not be working in broadcast news right now, but the conversations that are happening in my newsroom and in newsrooms around the country is how can we get people to engage with our news? And the answer to that in many ways is video. But there's also a couple other things that I really want you guys to go into the semester knowing. And the first is, don't be afraid of saying yes to opportunities. You never know where something is going to lead you. I didn't get my first opportunity or first chance to work in a professional newsroom until the summer going into my senior year of college. But also don't be afraid to volunteer yourself for things. I also advise you guys to get in the habit of consuming news daily and work hard this semester. Do your best to produce your very best work on every assignment. Leave the semester with some clips that you're proud of, with a portfolio that you know that you can submit to employers while you're submitting job applications. And don't miss deadlines. That's important post-grad when you're working in a professional setting, but it's even more important sometimes when you're in this class. Build that habit now of working hard, submitting things early or right before that deadline, because sometimes that's even how it be in the professional newsroom. But don't miss your deadlines, because that's very, very important. We need to get the news out there to people, and Professor Thomas will hold you accountable. But all that being said, have fun this semester, say yes to opportunities, raise your hand, and be an avid news consumer. Because if you're in this industry, you gotta know what's happening. And that's only gonna serve you well post-grad and when you're in those pitch meetings. So, do your best, and I wish you guys the best of luck.
Ain't you? You know. Hey guys, my name is Zoe Warner. I graduated in spring of 2024 from Howard University, and I went through Professor Thomas's class, Capstone, in fall of my senior year. And man, so many words to describe her class, but I'm going to start off with the most impactful part of her class, and something that I think that you guys should definitely know when you're stepping into this class is just taking every opportunity that you can, because this class is definitely the closest that you're going to get to what it is like working in communications, and especially if you want to go into news as well. You're doing a lot of back-to-back assignments, and in the moment it's going to seem like it's a lot, and then you get into the real world, it's a lot as well. So it prepares you so much. So I hope that from this class you guys can start to learn about, one, just being a good writer. That's super important wherever you go, whether you're on camera or behind the scenes. You got to know how to write, and you got to know how to write for TV as well. And Professor Thomas definitely shows you guys how to do that. Make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're taking a lot in from learning how to pitch your stories as well. That's such a big part of our day here at the station, is pitching stories. We pitch about 3 a day, and they have to be impactful stories that mean something not only just to us but to our community as well. Ciao. My name again is Zoe Warner. You guys can always reach me either through my phone or email. I'll make sure to pass that along to Professor Thomas as well if you guys need any types of advice. But definitely soak up every chance you get, and remember to also have fun, because it's your senior year. And bye. Have a good one.
What's up, everybody? My name is Kai Blair, and I co-anchored the Spring 2025 cohort Live 25. Currently, I'm a production assistant and weekend assignment editor at NBC Washington. So let me give the next generation of journalists and cohort some advice. For one, get to know each other. Over these next 3 to 4 months, you will all be working tirelessly to meet deadlines and produce a show. So network. Although this class can sometimes be stressful and daunting, it's really meant to be fun and uplifting. My second piece of advice would be to show up on time and participate. In our industry, tardiness means a deadline miss, which can screw up a whole story. These small skills that you have control over will go a long way in your career. Excellence without excuse. Isn't that right, Professor Thomas? I remember you saying that. Lean on each other, have fun, you got this.
Live 25, Live 25, Live 25.